Okay, a very, very good afternoon, everybody. Do you guys hear me okay? Hello, test. Can you hear me okay?
Good afternoon, teacher.
Hi, hello, how are you?
I'm okay.
All right, good to hear that. Okay, so once again, welcome back everyone to my English for academic writing workshop. And as usual, we have an hour together. Okay, so I think we can just gonna have to we can just make the most of the time that is allowed to us. Okay. All right, so I hope everyone is having a good time. I don't know wherever you are. I hope you have a good time. I hope you enjoy what you are doing. And importantly, I hope you are doing good and enjoying your study. Okay. And right, so not to waste any more time, I think we can just get started, shall we? All right, and I am again your Ajahn guy. So once again, same procedure. All right. If you have questions, if you don't follow, or if you want me to slow down, if you want me to repeat anything I said, feel free to stop me at all time. Okay. I am here to help. All right. So where were we last time? So yeah, just before we go any further, I would like to give you a very quick overview of what we talked about last time. Yeah. Well, last time we already looked at the structure, yeah, the standard of an academic paragraph, right? I think at this point, you guys know what makes a good or effective paragraph. Yeah. Technically, a paragraph consists of three components. Yeah. Can you exercise your memory? What are they? Any thoughts? Please. There are three main components or main parts in an, a paragraph, okay? In a paragraph. Can you tell me what they are? Anyone has a clue? Don't be shy. Anyone remember about what we discussed last time? Well, once again, last week we talked about an academic paragraph, right? We talked about paragraph writing, and I mentioned to you last week that for you to write a good paragraph, you got to keep in mind that a good paragraph or any good paragraph, should consist of three three parts. Yeah. First is what we call a topic sentence. Remember, first, a paragraph should have a topic sentence. And then a topic sentence should be supported by many supporting ideas or supporting sentences. Understand? Is that clear? And there are two ways to end a paragraph. First, you can end a paragraph by using a concluding sentence, or if your writing is very long, right? For example, you are writing your research, yeah? That means you have a massive collections of paragraph, right? So you got to need a transition from one paragraph to the rest of your construction paragraph, yeah? So that means another way of ending a paragraph is to use what we call a transitional sentence, right? In other words, it is a sentence that shows connection to the next paragraph. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much about a paragraph writing that you got to keep in mind, okay? And guys, believe me, this is essential, right? Because you need to know this, and it is for you to write a good paragraph. I mean, any piece of work that you got to write, any written work, that you need for your study, you got to keep that in mind, especially if your writing is has to be in English, okay? All right, so that was pretty much about the last week. Again, before we go any further, I have a little exercise for you, okay? Um, Here, we have 5 sentences as presented on my slide here, okay? And actually, it is taken from a paragraph. However, I mixed it up, okay? I mixed up everything. So your job, can you guys please rearrange the sentences here in the correct order? Okay, that means that means this paragraph should start with a topic sentence, yeah, and then followed by supporting information, and also finish or ends with a conclusion or a concluding sentence, okay? Well, I give you some time, and if you finish, you can just show your answer in the chat box, all right? You understand the task? So you just write the number, okay? For example, if you think sentence B should be the first, you mark number 1, okay? And the rest 2, 3, 4, 5 sequentially. Finished? All right. I don't know if you need more time, but if you do, just let me know, okay? However, because we only have very limited time, so allow me to just ask you this one question, okay? Can you tell me, can you identify the sentence that you think should be labeled as a topic sentence? Anyone? Anyone has any idea regarding which sentence should be the starting of, should be the start of everything, should be the beginning of everything in this paragraph? Well, you got to be reminded, yeah, that a topic sentence is a sentence that contains the main idea of the entire paragraph, right? That means once you read this sentence, you have an idea of what the entire paragraph is going to be about, right? That's the rationale of a topic sentence, yeah? Basically, it just gives you a big picture of that very paragraph, yeah? So, can anyone here tell me sentence A, B, C, or D, or even E should be considered as a topic sentence?
E.
E.
B.
Sorry?
B.
B-boy, okay.
B-boy.
Social media platforms provide students with easy access to academic resources, peer discussions, and professional networking opportunities. Are you sure? I can just tell you now, okay? B is not the topic sentence, no. This one is a little bit more detailed here, okay? But that's one sentence that gives you a big picture of the whole thing here. B is close, but that's one sentence that is even better than B. Not B and not E. I'm sorry, my dear.
Okay.
Okay,
D
let me
dog. D
very
dog.
well. Yes, very well done. Yes, the dog should be the beginning of this paragraph. Yeah, because this one contains the main idea or the central theme, right, of the whole paragraph. Yeah, it says in recent years, social media has become an integral part of university students' academic and social lives. Yeah. Oh, by the way, the word integral, that's a very high soul word. Yeah. Remember and use it in your writing. Okay. So your research or your thesis will be more, academic and a little bit more, high soul. Yeah. Integral is another word for important. Okay. Right. So basically, you see this one, social media has become an integral part of university students. It says, yeah, social media is important, right? It's an important part of students in academic and social context, right? How important, we don't know, yeah? But because this one just gives you an overview or a big picture of the paragraph, and if you notice, sentence B gives you more detail. Why is important? Why social media is important to students? Because it provides students with access, yeah, to academic resources, discussions, and whatever. So B-boy should comes next. Okay, this is I should mark this one is a topic sentence as well. Yeah, so I'm gonna use abbreviation. All right. TS. And sentence B, that's what we call supporting sentence, right? Or supporting details, whatever you want to say. Yeah, some people say supporting sentence, some people call it supporting details, some people call it supporting ideas, all right? But for me, I prefer supporting details. So I'm gonna use SD, all right? Supporting details. 1. Supporting detail 1. Because we should have more than one details, yeah. If you remember from last week, yeah, you should support your topic sentence with details, examples, evidence, right? And it is especially important in academic writing because when you write up your research, your thesis, or your PhD project, you got to provide citations, you got to provide credible sources to back up your claim or to support your argument, right, in your research. Yeah, so SD1, and can you help me? What could be another supporting details? Anyone?
A. However.
However, I think that's too soon for that one. Can you try again?
Can
Social
be C.
C. Okay. Anyone has different idea? You agree with your classmate? C. Therefore, not yet. I don't think so. Okay, let me tell you. The next supporting details should be you see, let me show you. Social media platforms provide students with easy access to academic resources, yeah, peer discussions, and provide and professional networking opportunities. I have to say, sentence E comes next, yeah. Studies have shown that moderate and purposeful use of social media can enhance learning outcomes. Yeah, this should be what is that? Supporting details too. Right? This is like an example, yeah, to supporting details 1. You understand? Sentence B is like the first supporting information, and then sentence 3 is an evidence, right, from the research, from the studies to help support SD1. You understand? However, there is always the pros and cons of everything. Yeah. So I would say sentence A comes
A.
next. Yeah, because
However.
very well done. Yes, because it starts with the transition. However, that shows a contrast between two ideas, right? Or it shows differences between two ideas. Yeah. Okay, sentence 3 shows the good side or the bright side of social media. But sentence 4 shows the downside of what is it? The social media, yeah, because it says excessive social media usage can also lead to procrastination, distraction, and reduced study time. Okay, so oh, let me tell you this. Excessive, this is another word for overuse, okay, or overwhelming or too much, all right? Is a very good word, very big word. So when you write in your academic work, I suggest you use this kind of word as well. All right. Yeah, excessive social media usage can also lead to procrastination. Oh, guys, this is this is like an all-time enemy of a master student or a PhD student. Okay, procrastination. I hope this doesn't happen to you. Okay, because it happens to me as well when I did my PhD. Okay, so don't let distractions, come your way. So don't procrastinate. Just try to list, make a list of your priority, okay? Or prioritize your everyday activities. Yeah, I think time management and setting priority are very crucial skills, for any masters or PhD students. All right, yeah, and of course, sentence C, that's the last one. Therefore, it is important for students to develop self-regulation skills to balance social media with academic responsibilities. Oh, I forgot to label it. So this is SD3, all right? And sentence C, that's what we call a concluding sentence. Yeah, so it is CS, right? Concluding sentence. A concluding sentence is like a wrap up, yeah, a wrap up of what you mentioned in your paragraph. Okay, it's like I think it functions like a topic sentence, but you just use different wording. Okay, or some people give themselves, sorry, some people or some writer provide suggestions or advice, to the reader at this stage as well. Okay, very well. So that's pretty much about the review of what we did last week. Any questions? Feel free to ask me, okay, before we move on to today's topic. All right. Anyone? Any questions? So yeah, I think it's good to proceed to what we have to do today. Okay. So yeah, last week we looked at the writing at a paragraph level. However, today we're gonna look at something even larger or bigger, and it is what we call an essay. Yeah. Of course, at this level, I don't know, some of you may be doing your master's, some of you may be doing your PhD, yeah? I think we can't avoid, your writing tasks, yeah? Name it, assignment, reflection writing, I don't know, and in the future, your thesis project, your dissertation, yeah? You can consider your dissertation as, a very, very big essay too, right? So it is important for you to be able to know the structure and the components, of how we can structure the good and effective academic essay, okay? And that is what we gonna look at today. Yeah. So if you remember, a paragraph is like a mixture or a combination of many, many sentences. Yeah. However, an essay, that's an extension of a paragraph. So can I ask you very quickly, from your understanding or from your experience, can anyone tell me what essay actually is? Oh, by the way, I'm sending you my handout for today as well, so you can, review it after class. I'm also sending my my handout, okay? That's for your review and for the exercise as well. Okay, my handout is in the chat box. Feel free to review it, okay? In your free time, if you have time. Yeah, back to my question. Can anyone here tell me what an essay actually is? Anyone? Remember, a paragraph is a combination of sentences that deals with one idea. What about an essay? I just mentioned that essay is a bigger unit of paragraph, right? So can anyone tell me what is an essay? That's fine ไม่เป็นไรนะฮะ so some of you may be not so sure about um, the definition or the nature of an essay. Anyway, that's why we are here, okay? So just allow me to share with you what I have on my presentation here. Okay, right, let's take a look. By and large, the process of writing an essay is basically similar to that of writing a paragraph, okay? So, oh, by the way, by and large means generally, okay, or in general. By and large, the process of, the two things are like the brother and sister, yeah? Because if you know the idea of writing a paragraph, I think you will have no problem with writing an essay because you know the main things that you need to be aware are pretty much the same thing on the same coins. Yeah. Not only do the two types of writing center on one particular topic. Okay, that is very important. I got to highlight this for you. Both deals with one particular topic, but they are also made up of three major components. Okay, one topic that they deals with three main components that develop the topic in questions. In other words, it has an introduction to a topic and then followed by a portion of supporting paragraphs, okay, and a conclusion. That's it, yeah? Simply speaking, the essay is typically longer and extended piece of writing consisting of several paragraphs that support a central idea. You see where I came from? Huh? I remember last week, a paragraph is a combination of sentences, yeah? However, an essay, it is bigger, longer, more extended. That means it consists of many paragraphs, yeah, to make up one essay. So to make things easy for you, an essay is a mixture or a combination of many paragraphs, okay, that support or talk about one main idea. Are we clear? Any questions? All right, if you have some, feel free to drop me the question in the chat box. All right, now I'm gonna show you the structure and outline of the essay, okay? Well, this is very important, guys. The main idea or point developed in an essay is called the thesis statement rather than, as in paragraph, a topic sentence, right? Remember, in a paragraph, we have a topic sentence that is like an introduction of everything, yeah? That is like a big picture of your paragraph or an overview. However, in an essay, we have what we call a thesis statement that functions as your main idea. All right, you understand? Once your reader read this one, I mean, if anyone reads your thesis statement, they know that they can understand what's your opinion, okay? They can tell what is your stance in this topic, what is your position about this topic, okay? And yeah, let me further what I have here. The thesis statement appears in the introductory paragraph, and it is then developed in the supporting paragraphs that follow. And a concluding paragraph closes the essay. You notice, yeah, I have a plural form of a paragraph here, paragraphs. So an essay consists of many paragraphs, yeah, right? But yeah, it depends. Some essay, if you know, if it is a short one, you can have just one paragraph in the body if it does the job. But I mean, in your case, you will have to write your, I don't know, paper and academic article or research article, yeah, because obviously that's gonna need more than just one paragraph, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, let me show you. Here, you see, this is an outline of my topic on this one. Beauty is more important than having a brain. Do you agree or disagree with this statement? Suppose this is your assignment, okay? Beauty is more important than having a brain. Or สวยทำไมฮะสำคัญกว่าฉลาด Beauty is more important than intelligence, yeah? Do you agree or disagree with this statement? So suppose this is your task, this is your prompt, and I don't know which stance you're gonna take. I don't know, some of you may be agreeing on, yeah, beauty is more important than intelligence, but some of you may say, no, I think having a brain is more important. Yeah, you can agree or disagree. So in the introduction, oh, forgive me about this. I think this should be number 2. And then this should be number 3. Okay, I'm sorry. I hope you don't mind. Yeah. The first paragraph is your introduction, right? You may start with your background. You write blah 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 about, yeah, the brain, the beauty, and then your introduction should finish with your thesis, okay? Your introduction should end with your thesis statement. That means, you see, having a brain is more important. For example, you agree on this one. So your writing, your thesis statement should contains your argument, all right? Your thesis statement should contains what your position established on this particular topic, okay? And then your body paragraph may be having 2, yeah? For example, main point 1, being smart is beneficial in opening doors to opportunity. This paragraph, I mentioned about the first benefits, yeah, of being smart. So this is my topic sentence for this paragraph, yeah. And then supported by detail 1, detail 2, evidence, reason. I don't know, you've got to support your claims, right? And then each paragraph ends with a concluding sentence, right? However, I may not have just one idea to support my thesis. I have 2 here. I have 2 main points. I also believe that being smart means great social acceptance. So this is my topic sentence again for the second paragraph. Okay?
他现在这个是，哎，没有人发呀。
因为你刚进去啊，之前
啊，之前就复合上了。
对，
Right. And yeah, again, same step, same procedure, right? You got to support your point with, yeah, detail 1, detail 2, detail 3. I don't know, you may have a lot. And then yes, you end your paragraph with a concluding sentence, right? And then once you finish your body paragraph, it's time for the conclusion paragraph, yeah? In conclusion paragraph, again, you may have to restate your thesis again, okay? Oh, class, don't get confused, okay? The word thesis here doesn't mean your master's thesis or your PhD thesis, no, okay? In writing, specifically in writing, the word thesis in writing means your main point, okay? It means your main argument about a particular topic, okay? Don't get confused, all right? Even though they have the same spelling, same pronunciation, but the meaning is different here. All right, so this is the flow of writing. Yeah, in conclusion, you restate your thesis again. That means you restate what you believe about this topic, and then you may provide general statement, call to action, and you may end your writing, by arousing your readers' thinking or challenging their ideas. I don't know, it depends on your style of writing as well, okay? So just an example of an essay outline, okay, on a particular topic. Next, yeah, I believe this diagram should provide even more clearer of a structure of an essay. You see, first, an essay begins with an introduction paragraph, right? Which has two components. Yeah. First, you write anything very generic, very general. Yeah. That means general statements. You write about the background on the topic. And you see, an introduction should finish with a thesis statement or your argument, all right, on this topic. And then you see, an essay consists of many paragraphs. Yeah, body, the whole thing is considered as body, right? Paragraph 1, again, same procedure, right? You start with topic sentence, then supported by many supporting sentences. Okay, any questions? And then, yeah, your essay should finish with a conclusion paragraph where you restate your thesis or provide a summary of your main points, and you may add your final remarks as well. Okay. All right.
Excuse me.
Yes, please.
Actually, for the first introduction, general statement should be general, and in this paragraph should have thesis statement include this paragraph. Am I right?
Can you repeat your question?
It means that the introduction, the first sentence should be general,
Yeah,
right?
very.
And after that, we should focus on thesis statement.
Correct. Yes. Yeah, very good question. In the introduction, right? Yes, you start with anything, the background. For example, I am given the topic of, what is it? How to teach reading better, okay? How to improve reading ability in English, okay? This is my title topic. So first, in my introduction paragraph, I start with something very general. For example, I may write about the importance of English, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I talk about the importance of English in general. And then I narrow it down to reading, okay? In this paper, I will discuss three ways to improve reading ability in English. First, I will talk about this. Second, I will talk about that. You understand? This is my thesis. I say in this paper, there are in these papers, I will discuss 3 ways to improve reading abilities. You understand? This is my thesis. Yeah. So when people read my thesis, they know that, okay, the whole my entire writing will be about 3 ways to improve reading. You understand? So that's the thesis statement.
And after that, we follow for the second one, body A, B, and C. It means that the important should be A is the first one that we should focus and write in our thesis, right?
Yeah. So for example, my thesis, I say in the thesis that I will discuss 3 ways to improve reading ability. Yeah. That means in my paragraph 1, I just talk about the first way to improve reading. Maybe, for example, expanding vocabulary, because I believe that expanding vocabulary is important to, to reading skill. So in my first paragraph A, I will only talk about I will only talk about expanding vocabulary. Okay, that's my belief, my first belief. Expanding vocabulary will improve reading. That's my main idea for paragraph A. And then paragraph B, I move on to talk about my second point for improving reading ability. You understand? And this paragraph should focus only the second way to improve reading. Okay? And then I move forward to paragraph C. That means this paragraph, I only deal with my last way. I mean, my another approach to improve reading. Am I answering your question?
Yes, yes, I'm clear. So every ABC should be a conclusion in that paragraph.
Yeah, right.
Every paragraph should have the conclusion.
Not necessary. Not necessary. For example, you see, I have 3 main points, right, in my essay, because I have 3 methods for improving my writing. For improving reading. For example, I am writing paragraph B. Of course, I will have another way to improve reading. So my last sentence for paragraph B may leave the remarks that, okay, I have another idea for reading. So that's like a transition to the next paragraph. You understand?
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. I'm
Yeah.
clear.
You don't have to give a conclusion yet if you still have ideas coming more. You understand?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, I hope I answered your question.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, so guys, I hope this diagram gives you a clearer idea about how to structure a good essay. Okay. First, you got to remember how to write a paragraph. Yeah, a paragraph consists of topic sentence and then supported by many supporting sentences. Yeah, and then concluding sentence. And for the essay is bigger, longer. Yeah, for example, your research, your thesis, your dissertation, right? And the essay is a combination of many paragraphs, right? But then, yeah, it consists of introduction, body, conclusion, as usual. I think to help you see things more clear, why don't we go to my exercise for a moment? Okay, I think I have, yeah, let us go to my handout first so you see the real example. Okay, just a moment. Yeah. Okay, class, this is my worksheet, my handout that I just sent to you in the chat box too. Okay, but if you didn't see it, just let me know. Okay, so I can resend. Yeah. So in my handout, okay, I provide explanation on the essay. Yeah. So you can go back and review at home if you have time. Okay, feel free to review. All right, class. Please this also applies to any skills นะ or any subject นะฮะ if you are not sure, if you want to strengthen your understanding, you have to go back and review and spend time on it, okay, because that's what I do as well. For certain subjects that I am not really strong, I always make my time for reviewing. Yeah. Class, let's see. In my worksheet, I provide a sample of essay. Yeah. It's on the topic of the hazards of movie going. Oh, yeah, the topic may not be so academic, nah, but I hope it shows you an idea of how to write นะครับ the first paragraph, of course, is called an introductory paragraph. Okay, you see, the very first sentences, the writer provide a background. For example, I am a movie fanatic. Do you know the word fanatic? แปลว่าอะไรฮะ fanatic เนี่ยมันมาจากคำว่าอะไรฮะ คน Thai people call I'm a fan, I'm a fan, yeah, I'm a fan of you, I'm a fan of this singer, blah blah blah. Yeah, this is the full word, fanatic. Okay, it means you are an admirer of someone, right? I am a movie fanatic. That means, oh, this person loves movie a lot. My friends count on me to know movie trivia, who was the pigtail little girl in E.T., the extraterrestrial, Drew Barrymore. And to remember every big Oscar awarded since I was in grade school. My friends, though, have stopped asking me if I want to go out to the movies. While I love movies as much as ever, the inconvenience of going out, the temptations of the theater, and the behavior of some patrons are reasons for me to wait and rent the DVD. Class, can you tell me which sentence is a thesis statement here? Just focus on the first paragraph, okay? The introduction. Can you tell me which one is the thesis? Can you identify the thesis statement?เนี่ยเห็นไหมฮะ you see first this person ทำไมครับ start with background, right? Yeah, I'm a movie fan. My friend always counts on me about the movies. Yeah, I can answer a lot of questions about the movie, blah blah blah. But you see the topic is the hazards of movie going. Yeah, so the thesis, I mean this essay should ทำไมฮะ should focus on the hazards of movie going or the downsides of movie going. Yeah, so the thesis here, oh guys, please, can you help me spot? Anyone? Can anyone tell me?
If I want to go out to the movie. Wow, why I love movie? The inconvenient going. The last three paragraphs should be.
Yes, very good. The thesis statement starts here ตรงไหนฮะ The thesis statement, oh, let me where is the highlight? Okay, just a moment. Yeah, no, it's not highlighting. Fine. Let me choose another words. Okay, Yes, while I no. Yeah. While I love movies as much as ever, the inconvenience of going out, the temptations of the theaters, and the behavior of some patrons are the reasons for me to wait and rent DVD. So basically, even though this person used to be a fan of going to the cinema, right? But these days, this person doesn't go out anymore because of these reasons. First, the inconvenience of going out, maybe the traffic, I don't know. Second, the temptations of the theater. And third, the behavior of some patrons are the reasons for me to wait and rent a DVD. This is the thesis statement, okay? This is the argument of the writer. So when you read this sentence, you know that, oh, okay, this person don't go out anymore because of these reasons. And then look, the first paragraph, you see, the first supporting paragraph, this paragraph, that means this paragraph should support the thesis statement, right? So this person say, to begin with, so this is the transition word, right? To begin with, to start with, I just don't enjoy the general hustle of the evening. This is the first main idea. Why? This is the first reason. This person, the writer, don't enjoy going out anymore because of the hassles. What else? Yeah, I have to drive for 15 minutes to get to the nearest multiplex. The parking lot is shared with several restaurants and a giant supermarket is always jammed, blah, blah, blah. So basically, this paragraph talks about the hustle. You understand?
อา
That
จารย์
means
คะ
ครับ
to support for the temptation of the theater or which
No.
one
the first one นี่ฮะอันนี้
inconvenient อ๋อโอ
ใช่
เค
inconvenience เข้าใจไหมฮะคือเข้าใจไหมฮะ thesis statement นี้ผู้เขี
the
ยน
first
ว่า
one
ไอจะมา discuss ว่าฉันมี3 reasons นะที่จะไม่ไปดูหนังแล้วไม่ไปโรงหนังแล้วก็คือ1 inconvenience มันไม่ค่อยสะดวกสบายเหมือนเมื่อก่อนแล้วใช่ไหมครับ so first paragraph ก็คือทำไมฮะ first paragraph should support the first reason เท่านั้น don't go out of the ocean อย่าออกทะเล first paragraph support just one reason and then look move on to the second paragraph ไป second paragraph ฮะ second the theater offers tempting snack that I really don't need you see เห็นไหมฮะมาถึง reason 2 or second reasons แล้วก็คืออะไรครับ this paragraph support the reasons on the temptation of the theater เห็นไหมฮะ like most of us I have to battle an expanding waistline at home I do pretty well by simply not buying stuff that is bad for me. I can make do with snacks like celery and carrot sticks because there's no ice cream in the freezer. Going to the theater, however, is like spending my evening in a 7-Eleven that's been equipped with a movie screen and comfortable seats. As I always as I try to present myself to just have a diet coke. So yeah, basically นะครับ reason 2 คือทำไมเขาบอกว่า if I go out for the cinema เนี่ย that's so much temptation คือ this person I think this person doesn't enjoyอะไรsweet food I think this person is more healthy yeah so he or she may enjoy more of the healthy food so yeah this person doesn't like to spend money on snacks or coke or anything like that okay yeah so that's the second reason so you see the whole paragraph here only talks about อะไรครับ
temptation
temptation
ใช่ไหม
yes that's support reason 2 and look the last reason, the behavior of some patrons. Okay, now let's take a look at the third paragraph. The third supporting paragraph, many of the other patrons are even more of the problem than the concession stand. This is the topic sentence for paragraph 3. Little kids race up and down the aisles, usually in giggling packs. Teenagers try to impress their friends by talking back to the screen, whistling, and making what they consider to be hilarious noises. Adults act as if they were at home in their own living room. ก็คือทำไมฮะเหตุผลที่ 3 ก็คือไม่ชอบไปดูหนังเพราะว่าเดี๋ยวนี้คนไปดูทำไมฮะเป็น problem เสียงดังบ้างวัยรุ่นทำไมฮะ teenagers try to make noises make noises laugh like they are living at home blah 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 so this is the third reason for not going out for the movie anymore. So again, this whole paragraph talks about the bad patrons, or some movie goers. So that's the final reason. Now look at the concluding paragraph. Again, a concluding paragraph. So you may start with an overview again. You see, after arriving home from the movies one night, I decided that I was not going to be a moviegoer anymore. I was tired of the problems involved in getting to the theater, resisting unhealthy snacks, and dealing with the patrons. The next day, I arranged to have premium movie channels added to my cable TV service. And I also subscribe to Netflix. You see, you give an overview again, and then you give a summary of your thesis. เห็นไหมฮะ
and add that for idea ใช่ไหมคะ
Sorry?
Add that for idea for in the conclusion too.
Yeah, very good. Right. You see, first you give an overview ก่อนนะฮะ give background เนี่ย after arriving home from movie one night I decided blah blah blah. That's an overview. And then you see you review your thesis again เห็นไหมฮะ I was tired of problems. Remember reason 1. I was tired of the problems involved in getting to the theater. That's reason 1. จำได้ไหมก็คืออะไรฮะ inconvenience. But in conclusion, we cannot use the same word ใช่ไหม So we got to use different wording. Resisting unhealthy snacks. That's reason 2. And then dealing with the patrons. That's reason 3. You see, this writer give a review of her thesis again นะครับ as in the introduction but just use different wording okay or paraphrasing. The next day I arranged to have premium movie channels added to my cable TV service and I also subscribe to Netflix. I may now see movies a bit later than other people but I'll be more relaxed watching box office hits in the comfort of my own living room. So this is his or her personal idea, okay, personal story. So in your writing, after you review your thesis, yes, you can add your personal opinion. You can add your, suggestion or recommendations to the reader as well, okay? So that's how we do the essay. All right. Oh gosh, time flies. Again, it's 6 p.m. in the evening. Okay, class, I hope my talk today is helpful. Any questions? Feel free to ask. Anyone?
Really good. I'm clear for your tell us for today.
Okay,
But I would like to take a look again and read for all your text that you provide to me.
Right. Yes, that's even more helpful. Okay, so after class you can review my material. I even have exercise. Okay, you can go home and review and complete the exercise for yourself. Okay, yeah, and in the handout I gave, there are more examples provided to you as well. So it will be very helpful, you know, for your academic endeavor. Okay, right. So, you know, writing is like any other skills. It's like cooking. You need practice to get better. Yeah. So I hope you keep on going. Okay. And one day I'm sure you will be successful in your writing. All right. So yeah, class, don't forget, go home and review my stuff. Okay. Try the
Excuse me
exercise.
for one more question. Do
Yes,
you
please.
provide us for your answer too, right?
Yeah, sure. I will
Yeah.
share with you my answer. But I don't want to spoil it. Can I give my answer next week? So this week
Yes,
you can have time to try it, okay? I don't want to spoil the food, okay? So yeah, please do it. And next week I can share my answer to you. All right. So I think that is the conclusion of my talk. Thank you so much, everyone, for your participation. And I hope you enjoy your study and your life as well. Have a good weekend. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, class.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you.